Hey, welcome to the Jazz and Champagne Channel swag for the season and all. If you don't know what you're looking at, what you're looking at is more than just a mess. It is the packing up for the best cruise ever. The best cruise ever, y'all. And if you stay tuned in this video, you'll see what I mean. You know, we were locked down for the last 2 years, locked down behind masks, locked down in the house, and we had not been on vacation for over 2 years. And it was just time to take a vacation. And now that that thing is over with, which I will not say, it's time for us to get ready and get loose. So what we decided to do was we decided to embark on a cruise. And let me tell you, we embarked on one of the best cruises that's ever, one of the best grown folk cruises that I have ever been on. And this cruise is called the Dave Koz cruise. This cruise is held every year by Mr. Dave Koz, jazz musician. If you don't know who he is, Google him. But anyway, this cruise is sold out every year, and we were gracious enough to be able to get a stateroom on that cruise because this cruise is hard to get on. So if you want to know what we experienced, if you want to get the full essence of what a Dave Koz cruise is like, then I would invite you to sit and look at the video in its entirety. Get yourself a nice cool drink, something to smack on, and just cruise with us to see what we experienced. Stand by. Hey, welcome back to the Jazz and Champagne Channel swag for the seasoned adult. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the cruise that we went on, the best cruise ever for grown folks. So we were lucky enough to get a cabin, to secure a cabin with the Voyage 2, because every year he offers this cruise in 3 voyages: Voyage 1, Voyage 2, Voyage 3. So we were able to get a cabin with the Voyage 2 crew. And the dates of the Voyage 2 cruise was from May 8th through the 15th. Now, keep in mind, too, with Dave Koz Friends at Sea, they also offer a pre-cruise stay and a post-cruise stay. So, in other words, wherever you're going to catch the ship, you can stay in that particular city 1 to 3 days prior to you getting on the ship. And after the ship reaches its final destination, you can stay in that particular city where the ship ends at for 1 to 3 days. So even though the cruise itself is 7 days, you actually get to extend your vacation. So that was a nice addition to booking this cruise. So with that being said, we end up catching a flight 6:30 in the evening. Because like I said, this is an international cruise. This is not a stateside cruise. And because we were on Voyage 2, the ship was going to depart from Lisbon, Portugal. So we had to catch a plane from the States all the way to Lisbon, Portugal. It was only a 6-hour flight, believe it or not, just across the Atlantic Pond, as the Englanders would say. And we were there the next morning. Taxis were available. Taxi got us to where we wanted to go, reasonably priced. They take Visa in the taxis there if you don't have euros. We end up checking into our hotel, which was the Marriott, and we were going to have a pre-cruise stay for 2 days prior to getting on the ship. So after we got ourselves all checked in, we pretty much just hung around the hotel, mingled with the other cruisers, as you can see there. Kind of got a little feel of the hotel, got some dinner, and we got a couple of cocktails, and we pretty much just turned it in for the night. Wanted to adjust ourselves to the time change. But the next morning, we hit the streets of Lisbon. And so from the hotel, we called an Uber to take us into the center of the town where all the shopping was, where the seaside stuff was. And thank God for Uber. I tell you, man, Uber is better than sliced bread. And you know, we got a feel for it, and what we learned from our exploration of Lisbon, you need to be in some kind of shape, and you need to have a good pair of walking shoes. Do not wear no open-toe sandals, because you will be climbing some hills, and there are cobblestone streets. So just always keep that in mind. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you the things that are in this video because I'm a terrible tour guide. But what I'm going to let you do is just look at the pictures and get your own sense of what Lisbon is about. But the sense that I got, it's still a traditional old town and has a little bit of modernness to it, but not very much, and it's very, very artsy. But check out the video and come up with your own conclusion of how you feel about Lisbon through this video, or if you've been to Lisbon before, share your experience in the comments. Our exploration of Lisbon ended at Zara, and after that we took it back to the hotel, had a couple of cocktails, and turned it in for the night for the next day for us to embark onto the ship. So we got up bright and early, packed up, got on a tour bus, and got on the ship. And we got on the Oyster Dam, which is run by Holland America. Upon coming into our stateroom, I tell you, we were gifted the moment we entered our stateroom. We had this waiting on our bed. Hats, itineraries, lanyards, guest books. Just surprisingly, we didn't expect this, but that's the first set of gifts that we got. And stay tuned, keep watching the video, because each day Dave and his crew was giving out more gifts. Every time we would return to our room from some sort of event, we would have a new gift waiting on the bed. So that's why I say you got to watch this video into its entirety to see exactly how this man treats his guests. So anyway, as you can see there, that's the itinerary book. It lets you know exactly what's going on with the ship. It's nicely done, professionally done, very, very, very classy in my opinion. Lets you know all the jazz artists that are performing, that's going to be on the ship, who you're going to see. Very, very well done. Very, very well put together. And this is one of the things that I say that it's a well put together cruise. And it's a cruise for grown folks, okay? It's a cruise for grown folks. So if you're like 40 plus or whatever, it's the cruise for you, especially if you're looking to go on a cruise where there's no ratchetness and people are very, very chill. This is the cruise for you. So anyway, as you can see from the book, I mean, there's not a detail left out as to the dining. They even have a record store where you can buy the actual artists that are performing. You can buy their CD or whatever. that they have. It lets you know the time of the shows, where they're going to be performed, and yeah, it's very very it's done very very well as far as the structure goes, and having things really where you can curtail it to how you want to have your own cruise experience. Pick what you want to do, and if you can't make a certain show at this time, or a particular artist you want to see at this time, you can always catch them at another time. So it's you can't miss out. You can see anybody you want to, and it's just really really well done. So we were just called to the rear of the ship for the sail away party. We didn't even have time to finish packing. So this part of the cruise, we hadn't even pulled out from the port yet, but they were getting the party started. If you can see up above there in the railing, you see people at the top deck. That's where all the performers, they were being introduced by Dave Koz himself. But the atmosphere, in the beginning, the atmosphere was positive. Loved the diversity of what was on that ship. And you can tell that people were just ready to have a good time, including this one right here, my better half. She was getting into the groove herself, and even the ship that you can see back there in the back, they were looking over here because the band was playing so loud that they were wondering, well, what's going on with that ship? And but yeah, they did a great job of getting the party started. So from there, it really set the tone as to what this whole cruise was going to be about. Relaxation, fun, brotherhood, and just overall, great fellowship. So we got our last look at Lesbian before pulling out to sea. And with that being said, we went back to our rooms to finish unpacking. And lo and behold, we come across more gifts from Mr. Dave Koz. So this next thing I'm going to show you is a hack for gentlemen who are planning to embark on a cruise. And I'm glad I did this, and I just wanted to share with those who may be future cruisers. Most cruise ships don't have drawers. You have closets and you have shelf space. And because of such, I wanted a way to store my stuff and have it organized. So I bought these little packets that fit nicely into your suitcase, and when you take them out, everything is already prearranged. So if you ever take a voyage where space is challenging, space is limited, or you don't have no drawers to properly store your stuff, I use these instead. As you can see, I'm opening up my packet of shirts, and they're all folded away, nicely tucked away. I just take out what I need, and what I don't need, I leave it in there, just re-zip it and put it back in the closet. It really got me through the cruise. It kept me organized for the most part. And also, too, is the same thing with my pants here. My pants were in this particular compartment, and I just whipped out what I wanted. And whatever I didn't need, I just zipped it up and put it back. So you may want to consider that if you ever take a trip where there's limited space or no drawer space for you to take care of your clothes and store them properly. So also for the guys, if you are ever planning on doing a cruise in the future, you may want to consider this hack also. Keep in mind that the ship is made out of steel, so these little magnetic hooks come in handy, especially if you're a guy that wears a lot of hats like I do. It's just a nice little thing to have to where you can see your hats, all the hats that you brought with you, and it keeps it from getting crushed. Also for other things too, to see what you got. I tend to like to see what I brought with me so I can utilize everything I have. So check those hacks out on Amazon. So as the sun was setting and the moon started to rise, so did the stars, and the stars came out not only on the outside, but also in the inside on the main stage. Check this out. So as we were being entertained that night on the main stage within the ship was making its way from Portugal all the way to the country of Spain, and the first city we hit in Spain the following morning was Cadiz. Cadiz, a city that is famous for its maritime adventures. Back in the day, a lot of trading went on with Cadiz from all over the world. I'm not here to give a history lesson, but that's a little bit that I do know of. So continue to enjoy the pictures and the videos that I have provided for you, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I need more subscribers, y'all. Enjoy. So after a day of exploring Cadiz and also some shopping, I guess you can notice the shopping bag on my other half's left shoulder there, we maneuvered our way back to the ship, going through the corridors of Cadiz for one last time, and we got back on the ship to get ready for the white party. The white party of the second show of the main stage, and everybody came to participate. And as we cruised through the night at the white party, the ship was making its way slowly, making its way from Cadiz, and we were on our way to Casablanca, Morocco. and we end up arriving early the next morning. I must tell anybody and everybody, if you ever go to Morocco, just be aware that the people there are very aggressive. And when I say aggressive, you will always be bombarded with some taxi trying to take you someplace, and they tell you not to take the taxi. So taxis are supposed to be rip-offs. I don't know if that's true or not, but we didn't take a taxi. But what I did find that people there are very aggressive, and you got to say no, and you have to mean no. Don't say you'll think about it. Don't say maybe. Just tell them no if it's something that you are not interested in. So anyway, we went to Morocco, and we came across this rug store. My wife wanted a couple of rugs from Morocco, and we met this guy, and he was very enthusiastic of trying to sell us rugs, and we actually purchased these 3. We have yet to receive them. He said he was going to ship them, and so we're still waiting for their arrival. Hopefully they'll arrive soon. But other than that, our visit was relatively short. We didn't stay in town all day because, like I said, it was just so much uncertainty with the aggressiveness of the locals. So we just kind of stayed with the group. We didn't venture out on our own because we just thought it was just better safety in numbers. And I'm not saying anything bad about Morocco, but it just became mentally draining. That's all. And afterwards, we headed to our room to take a shower to get ourselves ready for superhero night. And on this particular night, we were at the main stage, and everybody was asked to wear a costume representing their favorite superhero. As you can see, I was Batman, she was Catwoman. And this is what we got on this particular night.
Hey there. Playboy billionaire Bruce Wayne will be there.
So on this particular night, it seemed that we had a star-studded stage of all the artists. All the artists came out on this particular night.
Did everybody have fun tonight? How about it from Jonathan Butler, Howard Hewitt, Eric Darius, Michael Lincoln, Ryan Simpson, the JLS Experience, Lynn Roundtree, Steve Oliver, Vincent Tigala, Rebecca J, Casey Abrams, Javier Camon, Andy Dover, Kayla Waters, Ivan Perotti, Jasmine Jent, Mesa, Lynn Roundtree, Althea Renee, Michael Gabriel, Sheila E.
So you kind of get the idea of who was there that night. So it was a star-studded night. Had a great time. As you can see on stage, people came in character as whether Batman, Ghostbusters, or something else that we couldn't make sense of, like such as the Marshmallow Man. So after the superhero night concert, we get back to our room, and lo and behold, we find on our bed more gifts from Dave Koz. We got charcuterie boards, and inside that tube there, I don't know what's in it, but I'm going to show you in a minute. I know what it is now, but you don't know what it is. So got some more goodies from Mr. Koz, and let's open up the tube. So inside the tube, we received posters. Poster of the 2023 Dave Koz cruise. And also within that tube, you got a commemorative autograph pen. And the purpose of this was we were going to have an autograph session where we meet and greet your favorite artist, your favorite jazz artist, and have a small chit chat and have them sign your poster. I swear, Mr. Koz thinks of everything. Thank you, Mr. Koz. Itinerary had us slated to be out to sea all day. So with that said, the ship itself, Dave Koz, structured various activities in order for us to engage with various artists. I ended up doing Tai Chi with my favorite jazz artist, Norman Brown. I met Julian Bond, bass player there, and Marcus Anderson, who's poking his head, photo bombing our picture there. I was able to get a picture and an autograph from Miss Lindsay Wagner, one of my favorite jazz vocalists. So lo and behold, they even had a cigar mixer that was hosted by jazz musician, saxophonist Michael Linton, who has his own brand of cigars. I was excited about this because I am an avid cigar smoker and just out there huffing and puffing away. Then we just browsed around the ship store. A lot of good things on that store. And I met a gentleman there, and he was a veteran of the cruise. He has been on numerous Dave Koz cruises. And he was telling me a little bit of a secret. He said that the best time to buy out of a ship store is when the trip is nearing its end. So about maybe 2 days prior to departure from the ship, he says the best time to shop, because he said that their prices will go down as low as 50% off because they have to move the merchandise. So it was just one of those little tidbits I picked up just by having a conversation. And I'm just sharing it with you because I'm sure all other cruises operate the same way. So after frolicking around the ship all day, meeting different artists and engaging with them, we come back to our room and we have more gifts sitting on our bed. So they had left us these commemorative pins, also 2 postcards, and some other upcoming cruise information. The gifts just keep coming. Every time we come in a room, there's something new on our bed. I am just so grateful. That's all I can say. So on this particular night, it was dancing through the decades, where you can dress up to represent your favorite decade of your life. We chose to represent the 70s, as you can see here. And as they played, we were making our way from Casablanca to Malaga, Spain. And we arrived there early in the morning. Got an early start. So it was time for us to make our way back to the ship, but I must say Malaga is a beautiful city. It has a hustle and bustle about it, but you don't feel like you're being crowded. You have room to maneuver and navigate. That's what I enjoy mostly about it. So we made our way back to the ship, and lo and behold, the minute we walk into the room, we have more gifts. That's right, we have been subjugated to more gift giving from Dave Koz, Friends at Seas. I love that pig, how they did it with the towel. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Commemorative holiday, American holiday cruiser pins. And I don't know that's what's in that leather case. Oh, there's the pig. See the pig? It's made out of towels. Take my hat off to that individual. Anyway, we got a wine set. Compliments of the Dave Koz Friends at Sea people. The gifts keep coming, you guys. The gifts keep coming. And on this particular night, the theme was formal night, where you put on your best and you step on out. So on this particular night, we just wanted to chill in one of the more intimate lounges to see a show. We didn't want to go to the main theater room, the main stage. So we settled on checking out this lady. And we were not disappointed. Check her out, Athea Ray, jazz flutist. You won't be disappointed either. And as the artists continued playing throughout the night during formal night, we were making our way slowly from Malaga to Alicante, Spain. So after we secured the pair of espadrilles and had that nice local lunch, we made our way back to the ship, and we opted to not go into the main stage on that particular night. We just wanted to chill in an intimate setting. So we chose one of the lounge shows, and I'm glad that we did, because we came across a show that gave a tribute to the great Roberta Flack. we sailed through the night, we made our way from Alicante to Ibiza. I didn't realize it at the time, but Ibiza is an island off the mainland of Spain, and it sits by itself. Very, very tranquil island. I enjoyed it. I gotta go back. But anyway, check it out for yourself. It may entice you to want to go there and check it out yourself. So we took it back to the ship after spending a whole day in Ibiza, knowing that it was coming to an end, that once we got on the ship, we were going to take our last sea voyage because we were going to reach our final destination, which would be Barcelona. We had a one-day post-cruise day stay in Barcelona, so as soon as we disembarked from the ship and got driven to our other hotel, which was also a Marriott in Barcelona, we made the most of the time that we had left in Spain. So we just got on one of those red buses and we just toured the city as much as we possibly could, and had a great time with that. Even though we felt kind of pressured and rushed, but we made the most out of it. So anyway, this video is coming to an end, and I worked really hard to put this video together. So please give me a like and please subscribe. I need 700 subscribers. If I can get 700 subscribers, I will be so happy. So please hit that subscribe button, and please, thank you if you watched the video till its entirety, because I can use that. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. I don't know how many more times I can say it. It's so important to me that you do that. And as you can see, we're back on the plane on our way back to the US. And this was the best cruise ever. The best cruise ever. If you ever get an opportunity to do the Dave Koz cruise, take advantage of it. Anyway, signing off here from the Jazz and Champagne channel. Peace and blessings to you. Take care of yourself and live life to the fullest.